Check, check, check. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So those of you who've watched the channel before, you may remember not too long ago I did a review of the Firecrest Mk2 100mm filter holder from Formatt Hitech. On the back of that, I got chatting to the guys at Formatt Hitech and they've sent over their Firecrest Nightscape filter for me to have a play with. That was, I believe, over a month ago now, and I've just been waiting for some clear skies. It's just not happened. It is true that here in North Wales we are very much blessed with very dark skies, but that does depend on what cloud coverage we have as well. So in this video we're just here in my garden right now. I've got the Sony a7R IV right here with the Tamron 17-28 f2.8. I would usually be shooting on the Sony 24mm G Master for this sort of astro thing, but it's very dark and I think the video needs it a little bit more. I was hoping to catch Orion before it disappeared, but it is below the horizon now. But we do still have Gemini up above, as well as, is it Auriga, I think, with Capella, a really bright star. And actually just below Auriga, you can just about see Mars as well. So I'm going to take a couple of shots this way, and then I'm going to try and aim behind this video camera, up above the house, to try and catch Ursa Major, Ursa Minor with Polaris. And yeah, just take a load of different astro shots, both without and with the Nightscape filter, just to show you what the filter can do. I'm not going at all for compositional mastery here. It is purely to demonstrate what this Firecrest Nightscape filter can do. So let's get to it. So just to demonstrate, I'm here using the Mark 1, the original Firecrest 100mm filter holder. The Mark 2 that I reviewed, that was on loan from Formatt Hitech to my mate Chris, which I then borrowed to make the video. But I have owned this Mark 1 holder for a few years now, and it's still as good as ever. So yeah, you do not need the new holder to use this filter. Okay, so I've just lined up the first shot. Let's see what it looks like. I've manually focused ISO 2500, f2.8, and I'm aiming for roughly 10 seconds, so don't get too much motion blur. So let's see how that does. So there we go, that looks decent, I suppose. You will see the hedges along the bottom just because I'm using this light. This is the Aperture MC and it is only on 2% brightness, which is quite ridiculous. Okay, so that was without the filter. It looks like the clouds are starting to come in again, so we'll hurry this up a bit. Now this is with the Nightscape filter. And there straight away you can see a massive difference. I'm using manual white balance here of 4800, and that first shot you can see just how warm the shot looks. There's so many yellow tones in that image, and then with the filter you can't see any yellow at all. It's completely disappeared. So that is quite impressive, I'd say. I'm going to try a slightly tighter composition with the big oak tree in the field over the hedge. I'm going to try vertical. I should have put my L bracket on, but there we are. So again, I'm going to try and manually focus on Capella. That should be alright. I'm going to aim again for a 10-second exposure. I have zoomed in a bit. I'm closer towards 28mm now. Let's see what that gives us. So that was without the filter. Now let's try one with the filter. And again, you can see there's a huge difference there. Now we are very rural where we're living, but still, we're only about 5 miles from the town of Denbigh and 3 or 4 miles from the town of Riffin over that way. Now I'm going to shoot over the house, over the Clwydian range, and over that way we have a lot of light pollution. We've got quite a big town called Mould, as well as Deeside, a little further north, and Liverpool, Merseyside. There's a lot of light pollution which comes straight over the mountains. So I'm going to try a couple of shots over that way. I'm going to have to switch this light off, so I'll just stop recording and we'll see how much of a difference it makes over there. Okay, so I'm going to switch it up a bit. I've thrown on the 85mm Sony 1.8 just to have a play with, try and focus in on some particular stars and whatnot. It is a longer focal length, but it is also a lot brighter. So hopefully I'll be able to reduce my shutter speed a little bit without getting too much motion blur still. I've not really got anything in mind in particular, but I'm just going to try and use some of the structures around here, some of the chimneys and stuff like that, just to give a bit of context to some of the stars. So let's go. There we go. So I've not been very adventurous in this video. Lockdown is sort of over here in Wales now, but I'm just here in my garden. Hope you've enjoyed a few of those images, and it's demonstrated very well what this Firecrest Nightscape filter will do. Like I say, we're in a pretty dark sky area as it is, but even so, when you compare a normal astro shot with one taken with this filter, you realise just how much light pollution there actually is, even here. So yeah, there we go. I'm not a massive astro person really, but I'm sure if you are, you would hugely benefit from this filter. It is a cracking piece of kit. Like I say, you don't need the brand new Mk2 filter holder to be able to use it. This is the old one, it's a good few years old, slots in absolutely perfectly. But what I do love about the Firecrest filter holders is that they have these guards around the side, which means that no excess light is leaking in through the side, and it's not bouncing around between your filter and the lens either, causing flares. So yeah, cracking piece of kit, both the holder and the filter. Thank you very much to Formatt Hitech for lending me this filter to have a play with, and thank you to you guys for watching as well. Hope you've enjoyed it, hope you've learnt from it. But otherwise, it's cold, so I'm going to head inside and start editing this video. So until the next one, be good, stay safe, get shooting, and I'll see you in the next video.